Across America by Bike, Day 15, Monday, July 2nd, Idaho Falls to Jackson, Wyoming.
It was kind of a hard day today. Some of the hardest hills that I think we're going to be doing the whole time. We went through Teton Pass.
It was wicked high. It was close to 9,000 feet.
But before all that, we went through Idaho and got to see the last of the potato fields.
And almost as soon as we crossed, well, as we were approaching the border to Wyoming, the terrain changed and it became pine forest and beautiful mountains. So
it was a dramatic difference, yeah.
Yeah, so we climbed for 75 straight miles, actually 77 straight miles.
Some parts were steeper than others, but the last 2 miles of that last ascent were rough.
Wicked, more than a 10% grade. And well, the altitude affected me. I just couldn't do it. My heart rate and respirations were up about the max. So and also my pedaling in that small granny gear, it was about 3 to 4 miles an hour, and I could walk that fast. So I actually did do a little walking with my bike, probably about a half a mile.
That's all right. There were a lot of people walking today. It's better than taking the sag.
Oh yeah.
And I heard about a few guys who sagged up the last 2 miles instead. Walking's much better than that.
And Teton Pass was 8,431 feet.
Highest we've been so far. And
after you reach the tippy top of that pass, there is a descent, about 10% grade for 2,000-foot fall over 5 miles.
It was a screaming descent.
How screaming was it, Matt?
Oh, I had a terrible time. I had my first wreck. It was kind of tragic. I was screaming down, going about 40, 45. I saw my speedometer hit 45, and there's some guy with no shirt walking up the side of the road.
Was it a woman with no shirt?
I thought so. That's what distracted me. And he yelled out to me, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I looked foolishly. Right as a turn was coming up, I was a little bit distracted, and by the time I had looked back onto the road, it was too late. So all I could do was lock up my brakes, and I had locked up my brakes so hard that I burned a hole straight through my back tire. And by the time I heard that go bam, I knew it was too late. And and then right then I was holding on the front brake as well, so I flipped over the handlebars.
And I came to the scene of the incident about a minute and a half later, and Max was perfectly perfect.
I was fine. If I had been 1 inch or 4 inches different, I would have slammed my face right off the guardrail. But
I checked him over for head to toe for blood and ripped clothing, and all I saw was a pile of dust that covered his entire body and sand, and he was good as new, and the helmet wasn't cracked. I
didn't even hit my helmet. I wish I did, or else I wouldn't hit my face.
So if he didn't have that flat tire, he could have just jumped on his back and be treated to another 4.5 miles of that glorious descent.
Yeah, I wanted to change my tire, but they didn't have one in the truck, so...
Oh, well.
So they loaded me up, and I had to sag the last 8 miles down the greatest downhill we had the entire time. I was so disappointed.
Well, I rode that downhill, and I squeezed the front brake, squeezed the back brake, squeezed both brakes, and I'd go... And around those hairpin turns, I was going 25 or 30. I made it to about 43 miles an hour when it was straight and clear, and I got down without touching my face to the pavement, not even once.
Oh, I didn't get hurt too bad. I'm okay.
Yeah, we got some new tires for Max's bike. The mechanic checked it out, and he's going to be treated to another glorious climb tomorrow when we go to Du Bois.
Yeah, another big climb tomorrow. Sounds like fun.
Hey, and everybody, Max is really in good shape. He's not beat up, and he's ready to do it again. So This was just one of life's lessons here. Nothing major.
But like Dad said, he was only a minute behind me. You're doing well too, Dad. Even though you had to walk a little.
Hey, I made it over the pass with my bike. That's what that's the story I'm keeping to. Okay.
That counts.
Okay. I made it over the pass with my bike. Hey, see you tomorrow.
Bye bye.